Coming up next on TV5 News Live, did the Fed cut interest rates and what does it mean if they did? Find out coming up.
Also, Clarion University's residence halls will be getting an upgrade. Find out what type coming up.
And of course, Joyce Strain will be here with your TV5 weather forecast.
Stay with us. All this and more coming up next on Clarion's very own TV5 News Live.
Clarion for delivery. Phone 226-5555. That's 226-5555. Fox's Pizza Den is open 7 days a week for your convenience. Phone 226-5555.
Hernandez. Harris. Lavender.
Peavy.
Yes.
In the game of life, you've got a much better chance at getting picked for a cool job with great pay if you take algebra, geometry, and calculus. You need to know how math can improve your future. Demand it. Call NACME. We'll tell you.
Feedback starts now. And I said, you know, it wouldn't have better nick for a movie. Her book, you can also find it online. I have a feeling I'm going to be rather opinionated. People I know so. Let's ask them about scheduling. Why is it that students have such a problem here with?
Tune into Feedback with Mark Despotakis every Tuesday and Wednesday night beginning at 7:30 p.m.
We're totally out of time. No time to talk to you. We'll see you tomorrow.
20th, 2001. I'm Susan Honorad.
And I'm Amanda Miller. Welcome to TV5 News Live. Here's a look at some of the stories we'll be bringing you in the next half hour.
A sprinkler system upgrade was approved for Clarion University dormitories. Find out the details coming up.
And we'll take an in-depth look at solar energy sources and how they are making a comeback.
And as always, Joyce Strain will join us with your weather outlook. With us is
Well, the Dow just went plunging after the Federal Reserve announced it's lowering interest rates by 0.5 point. As CNN's Skip Lozier reports, many investors have been hoping the Fed would be more aggressive and drop rates by 0.75 point.
Strattonville Borough. 18-year-old Dennis White of Strattonville reported to police that he was assaulted by a known adult male on February 23rd. The assault resulted in contusions and abrasions to the Smith's head, face, and neck areas. State police are continuing their investigation. State police are also investigating a report of indecent assault that was reported to be an ongoing occurrence. Now we don't have many details on this story because the victim is in police are hurt. This assault. We will have more on the story as it becomes available.
A new warden for the Clarion County Jail could be selected in just over 12 hours from now. Clarion County Board of Inspectors will meet with 2 finalists for the jail position tomorrow morning, but we will not know the name of the new warden until at least Thursday night. Our Mark Despotakis spoke with Clarion County Commissioner David Seifert about the process, which will take place after...
Let's assume we pick one of those candidates tomorrow morning. We will notify the Director of Human Resources upstairs who our selection was. He will contact that person, tell them that we're extending an offer of a job, negotiate a salary, and clear up any ground.
We had technical difficulties with that. Here is Skip Lozier with the story.
Dow Jones and the NASDAQ down again.
The third time in less than the Federal Reserve cut short-term rates by 0.5%. It's down to 5%. Many brokers on Wall Street had hoped for a bigger cut, 1 3/4%. But the Fed apparently believes that 0.5% will be enough to nudge the economy for now, and says it may consider another cut in May. So what does this mean for average Americans?
Probably a while before people see this in any of the new commodities. They would probably some of the interest rates.
Over the long run, people will, say experts, see credit card interest rates come down, as will interest rates for big-ticket items like cars and major appliances. Most important, rates for home mortgages will likely drop.
Well, a drop in interest rates right now, I think, is going to lose.
Home building mortgage bankers and real estate brokers very happy. And losing consumer confidence is strong. The overall economy should be as well.
If you just look at the data on how the real economy is performing, it's weak, but it's not necessarily recessionary.
Chairman Greenspan did leave himself a little wiggle room, indicating the Fed could take another look at interest rates even before its next scheduled meeting in May. In Washington, I'm Skip Osher.
Interest rate cut even before its next scheduled meeting in May. Charges are pending against an 18-year-old male who allegedly was found to have drugs and drug paraphernalia in his bedroom at his Mill Creek Road home in Clarion. The male lives in a private residence, and police found the drugs and paraphernalia Sunday night. Police say charges are pending.
New security measures could soon be in place at the Clarion courthouse. A note is already in effect at the courthouse, but new measures like x-ray machines could be put into place. The plan would apply to anyone entering county buildings, including employees. The ordinance will be advertised at Thursday night county commissioner meeting. Commissioners must conduct a public comment period on the ordinance before it can be enacted. A request for financing from the state system of higher education was approved by Clarion School trustees. The state system would issue bonds to cover the over $3 million needed for the next 5 years. Student residence hall fees would fund the repayment of the bonds. An increase of $154 in annual room fees was also approved by the trustees, with $17 of the cost assessed to the sprinkler project. Clarion's current room fees are the 9th lowest in the state system, and rings George Curtis, Vice President for Student Affairs.
Stay with us, there's much more to come.
Solar energy, which gained attention in the 1970s, is turning heads again. Find out the details coming up in a special report.
We will look at your TV5 weather forecast with Joy Strain.
And tonight in sports, the Clarion University softball team kicks off their season soon. Matt Ness will join us for live.
Dining as well as a nightclub. The restaurant and nightclub are open 7 days a week for your convenience. Call Captain Luma's Hotel and Restaurant 226-8400.
UNICEF, the United Nations Children's Fund, is saving lives in over 140 countries by providing kids with medicine, clean water, nutrition, and education. With your help, UNICEF can make a huge difference in our world. For more information, call 1-800-FOR-KIDS. Thank you.
Located in the Clarion Mall. Whether you're looking for junior trendy, girls, or fashion for women, they have it all, with many different styles. Fashion Bug also offers a wide selection of accessories. Fashion Bug is located in the Clarion Mall, just off of Exit 9 of Interstate 80. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 9 p.m.
From the big highway of life, only one safe place for kids. The front seat, not the bed to drop out. They don't want that big old bag to pop out. Put that boobies in the back seat. Have that the kitchen never be out. Give to remind you, stay alive even when I drive.
From Clarion's very own, Susan Honorat, Amanda Miller, Joy Stray, Matt Ness.
The election season has begun, and that means candidates are filing their papers to run for office. But some potential candidates in Venango are running into some problems. David Brandt, Ed Sharp, and James Marshall were notified by Venango County election officials that their campaign for office may be in jeopardy because each of them received federal money in their paychecks. That violates the Hatch Act, that those running for election cannot receive federal monies. These three candidates are left with a few questions because not all of their paychecks come from the federal government. One income is only partially supplemented by federal funds. Another comes from a state agency that is in turn funded by a federal agency, and a third whose pay comes from a direct federal grant. The Venango County Board of Inspections is the issue.
Our residents are seeing the fruition of sewer work this week along Greenville Avenue. This was the scene this afternoon as work crews blocked off the southbound lane of Greenville Avenue to work on the underground sewer lines. You can expect delays on the road throughout the week.
A 26-year-old man has died after a CSX freight train struck in the second town. State for identifying the victim as Dustin Wilcox of Bessemer. Police say Wilcox's van was stopped at an intersection when it was struck. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Authorities say the conductor was blowing the train's horn as it approached the crossing. The train had been traveling about 47 miles per hour and took almost a mile to stop after it struck the van.
Most towns try to get rid of their criminals. Hempfield County, 1900, and Republican supervisor candidate Kim Ward blames part of that on misplacing a county state prison and its 800 inmates down the road in Youngwood. She says the population decrease would cost Hempfield more than $87,000 in state road money each year. Worker turnout is high today at Cleveland Ford Motor Plant. The casting plant was closed so not that returned to work last night. Health officials are still waiting for the results of biological samples to try and pinpoint the source of the disease, but they insist the factory is safe now that it has been thoroughly disinfected. 2 workers died and 2 others became ill last week from Legionnaires, the disease which exhibits pneumonia-like symptoms.
Is solar power back or is bad?
A look after the break and a look at tonight's Pennsylvania winning lottery numbers.
Portion of the programming was made possible through a grant by the Carpet Barn. The Carpet Barn is located at 470 South 5th Avenue in Clarion. The Carpet Barn is open Monday through Saturday for all your carpet needs. So call the Carpet Barn, 226-7332.
This portion of the program was made possible through a grant from Clarion Hospital. Clarion Hospital is located off of Exit 9 of Interstate 80. Clarion Hospital offers outpatient services, transitional care, as well as an emergency room open around the clock every day of the year. More than 400 employees and 80 physicians work to serve the community. Offering healthcare to Clarion County and surrounding communities since 1954.
Have been taken straight to the demand climb in supply run source. In the midst of the Golden State's power crisis, many people are seeking alternative energy sources. Solar power, which first gained attention in the 1970s, is turning heads once again. Eric Horn has a story.
Another sunny day in Southern California, and homeowner Nick Ray had photovoltaic solar panels installed on the roof of his home, converting the sun's rays into a supplemental power source.
Primary motivation was that it was good for the environment, good for the family. It was a good long-term decision.
A decision Ray estimates will cut his power bill in half. His 1 kilowatt system cost about $6,000, a savings of more than 50%. The report's interest in solar power is at an all-time high, fueled by the lower price tag, improvements in technology, and concern that California's recent power crunch could get worse this summer. Even though LA's utility is not directly affected by the power crisis, customer calls are flowing in.
The learning curve was much faster, and people's awareness has escalated. So now it's 5 years.
Also, expectations, production. At the Siemens plant in Camarillo, California, where 50,000 solar cells are made each day, production is up significantly over the last few months. The company expects the increase in demand to continue.
Many people in the power business do believe that there will be a new architectural product.
A $5 billion industry that's projected to double by 2005. Eric Hong, CNN, Los Angeles.
The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety says cars are getting safer. In recent crash tests at 40 miles per hour, about half of the 1999 to 2001 models earned good ratings. The Sports LS 430 and the Mercedes E and C class all earned a good rating. The Chrysler LHS 300M was rated acceptable.
Authorities in New York say they have caught a high school dropout who hatched an elaborate scheme to steal from the rich. It almost worked. The suspect is a 32-year-old busboy named Abraham Abdullah, and his list of prey is a mad burglary, and authorities say Abdullah gleaned personal information from the internet and also used conventional means of theft.
He obtained credit cards by stealing certain mail and also stealing credit cards at his place of employment. He established numerous mail drops in the store, uses credit card numbers to make fraudulent telephone and internet orders, and also used runners and a pickup service to pick up merchandise he was receiving as a result of these orders.
A second man is charged in the case of the brokerage firm.
Israeli Prime Minister Ariel Sharon is trying to build U.S. support for his peace before talks stance on the Palestinians. President Bush hosted Mr. Sharon for lunch as the two leaders talked about the situation.
We had very constructive and frank issues of the interest of the United States and Israel, and we discussed the peace process, what can be achieved and how. We are in Israel, we are all committed to peace. As one who saw in the past all the horrors and the Holocaust are committed.
Mr. Bush promised the U.S. will help facilitate peace, but will not try to force it. The White House is maintaining contacts with Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat.
We're allowed to enjoy it because it's not going to stick around much longer. We'll have more of that in your 5-day forecast coming up. But today we reached a high of 48 currently. Outside it is 45 degrees. The humidity is at 28%. The wind is out of the southeast at 10 miles per hour. Your sunrise will be tomorrow morning at 6:19 a.m. 6 p.m. From our TV5 Weather Center, you can see most of the East Coast has some heavy cloud coverage across parts of the Carolinas, Tennessee, Kentucky, down into parts of Georgia. With this are some rain and snow showers moving into our area. And this is being caused by a low pressure front that is moving into our area. It's going to be bringing with it some heavy showers, parts of Ohio into parts of Pennsylvania. Most of the East Coast will be experiencing a wintry mix of snow and rain. We want to take a look at our precipitation. Parts of Nevada and the north part of Florida can expect some rain showers. If we take a look at the highs for today, Pittsburgh reached a high of 54. Up in Erie, a high of 51, all the way over to Toledo, Ohio, and Dayton, Ohio, high of 54. Charleston, West Virginia, reached a high of 51. If we want to take a look at the lows that we can expect, low of 36, Detroit 36, Buffalo 32, and Syracuse will be reaching the freezing point tonight. If we take a look at our 5-day forecast from your TV5 Weather Center, for Wednesday, it will be a wintry mix of rain and snow, a high of 39, a low of 32. Expected high or snow showers. On Friday, more snow showers and rain likely, a high of 41, a low of 30. For Saturday, partly cloudy with a chance of snow showers, a high of 37, a low of 23. And on Sunday, chance of snow or rain, low in the lower 20s and a high 35 to 40. So a little bit clear, but it looks winter is back, at least for the upcoming week and, possibly the rest of this month. But let's keep our fingers crossed and hope spring moves its way in here sometime soon.
All right. Thank you, Joy. Sports follows a break and a look at tonight's stock report.
Believe in heroes.
Open the mouth really big.
But he donates care to disadvantaged children.
Say,
You don't have to believe in heroes to be one. Be a hero to your community. Call 1-800.
formulations. Using less toxic household cleaners and fewer lawn care chemicals protects so much. Help stop water pollution forever. Clean water. If we all do.
Here's a look at the sports with Matt Ness.
Thanks, Susan. The 2001 spring softball next season, there's a new ballpark and a new sense of determination. I recently caught up with the Golden Eagles at one of their indoor practices and spoke with new head coach Ron Baum.
The Golden Eagles come into the 2001 season with a new ball and a new coach, Ron Baum. Coach Baum takes to a team that went 8-24 overall and 4 last year.
So we can compete to finish the top half of the league. We got off to a good start in our Florida trip already. We went 8-4, and the girls showed a lot of potential. And we feel that we're going to have a pretty good season.
The Golden Eagles have set 3 goals for the new season, having a .500 record, playing to win, and fearing no one. What will the team do to meet these goals?
Just the basics. I did this solid all year so far in the fall. That if we just play our game, keep things simple, make the simple plays, there's no doubt we can make the .500 record.
On a team with a high number of returning players with playing experience, who should have a breakout year?
Emily Sowers, our catcher, also our cleanup hitter. She's dangerous when she's got the right step up and get on base. She's dangerous on there. Jessica Waldman, when she gets back with us from diving, our DH Beth Grabholz, she had a fine Florida trip, batting .500, so she stays healthy. I mean, we have some people that defensively, it's just everyone. They're all capable. They're all solid defensively, and with the they play solid behind the pitching.
Clarion is Melissa Green, sophomores Kim Overholt, Allison Stoward, Christy Strenko, and freshman Jennifer Reese. What should fans expect from the staff?
Consistency. They showed that in the fall, listen games, and they did that for 99% of the time while in Florida. We're relying on 3 to 4 girls that's going to do that for us. And
superb with pitching. Will this team fare in the competitive PSAC West?
Knowing some of the teams just from being around, I know that we can make that jump to the top third. It'll be interesting how we do with California, IUP, and Edinburgh. Those are the 3 that we got to measure against.
A lot of heart. This team will no doubt make it.
When practice was over, I had the opportunity to talk to 2 of Clarion's tri-captains, Christine Walker and Melissa Green. I asked the pair what expectations they have for the team this year.
I hope that this year will be over 500, and I think that our team confidence has really been reboosted since our fall season. I think that's a team, and hopefully we'll continue to do well.
And who does senior Christine Walker think will have to step up this year?
I think it starts with the freshmen. I think the freshmen are going to be us in 2 years, and first, being captains, we have to make sure we show leadership on and off the field, and hopefully it'll carry down to our freshmen.
Also, what does junior Melissa think to do?
I think it was all playing together and playing together as a team, and then going into every game with confidence and everything. And then I think if we do that, then we will win.
And on a lighter note, what does Walker think first-year coach Ron Baum brings to the team?
Mock turtleneck.
Great attitude like that, the success of Clarion at 3 p.m. The new ballpark is located right on top where the old ballpark used to be, right beside Memorial Stadium. Stay tuned to TV5 Sports for continued coverage of the 2001 Golden Eagle season. It's all in sports. Now back over to Susan and Mandy.
And finally tonight, Taco Bell is getting ready to give everyone in the United States a free taco. The South Pacific. The tacos will be free if a major part of the Mir space station hits the target when it re-enters the Earth's atmosphere later this week.
We expected Mir touchdown somewhere between Australia and South America, and we put it was going to
out the odds of Mir hitting your target?
we haven't worked out the odds, and it's really not about that. It's about welcoming everybody. Yeah, no, it's about welcoming everybody into Taco Bell for a free taco should the Mir capsule hit our target.
The deal is for real, but Taco Bell made a stir a few years ago with an April Fool's stunt. The company is going to...
That's all for TV5 News Live tonight. Tune in tomorrow night with for TV5 News with Carrie LaPue and Kelly Enzo. I'm Amanda Miller.
And I'm Susan Onrad. Have a good night.
Copy of 2001. Clarion University Broadcasting.